All right. Thanks everybody for your patience. I'm back. Let me wear the wig in the right way. Brian, we had a very short introduction with the two of us like 2 hours ago. You
Yeah,
are, I
absolutely.
would say, the lead developer of the World Token. Is that correct?
I guess you say I'm the co-founder or the founder of it anyway, not co-founder, founder of the token. Yeah.
All right. So let me start a recording here. We're gonna talk with Brian for whenever for as long as it takes, Brian. We're gonna start a connection. I'm gonna make a highlight video out of it, just so you know. So
Cool.
here we go, Brian from World Token. I've been giving away your tokens in the last couple of weeks on my Honkler Hangout stream on Twitch,
Yeah.
and I know you through a good friend of me, Frommel NL. He introduced me with you and spoke about your project, and
All right.
because of him, you are here today. I'm very excited to have you, and please introduce yourself a little bit.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, my name is Brian. The founder of the World Token. Basically got into the cryptocurrency world because of the coin app XYO that XYO builds. It's a coin app, basically an app that allows you to earn cryptocurrency. The coin is the main currency of the app. You can trade it once you get up to a certain amount. Trade it for Ethereum or Bitcoin. There's also some cool stuff in there. I think Xbox and PlayStation in there that you can also purchase. But that platform is what brought me to the cryptocurrency world. Recently, they've been helping us out. There's a few of us in the community by giving us some of the XYO swag. I think a lot of us recently just got a lot of upgrades on our coin apps. Some of us have the master plan now. Um, but I've been playing with that for a while. I've been following XYO for quite some time. And then I just wanted to start giving back to the community. I think XYO kind of got under my skin a little bit in a good way, because they were just so giving. The things that we were doing is just like I said, we're just doing a little bit of promoting, and we weren't even promoting, not even knowing we were promoting. And then next thing you know, they just started giving us just gifts. Like, here you guys go. We appreciate everything you're doing. Thought it was awesome that they would do that for us. And so I kind of took it a little further and was trying to think about what I could do to give back to the community. I just something that I want to give back. Um, so I figured, let's see if I can make a token. Let's create a token. What I wasn't sure what to name it, so I ended up putting it under, my handle, which is the world's of mine, and started just kind of distributing it from that point. So it's just more, like I said, it's just a token to give back to. It's nothing that is going to go out and make people rich or anything. It's just something to help a little bit. If that token gains some value, and it can help somebody out, or like I was telling you earlier, if somebody can just go and buy some bread for their family or something, if it helps them with that, that'd be awesome. So that's really kind of like the basis of it. As far as myself, I'm living here in California. Um, I've got a small family. I'm older now, but I've got just going to be a year old in about another week, and then I have a 3-year-old son, and then of course I have my wife here in California. I live in the Monterey County area. Some of you guys are familiar with the area. A lot of people that know, when you hear the Monterey County, they're not too familiar. But when you start mentioning like Carmel, Pacific Grove, or Pebble Beach, a lot of people know those areas. Um, but yeah, that's
You
me,
live
man.
near the ocean, near the sea,
Yeah, I live near the ocean, man. I'm probably
surfing
this
life,
area
dude.
that I live, the area the town that I live in. I call it the armpit of the county because we're the furthest away from everywhere else. You start getting into those areas. Are just really beautiful areas. They're just really nice, and like I said, the beach is like right there. But
Right.
I live probably about maybe, I'd say maybe no more than 10 miles from the ocean. So it's just it's a hop, skip, and a jump just to go and visit.
And do
So
you
during the
have
summer,
those cliffs as well? Just wondering.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Are there cliffs at your ocean beach kind of the
Yeah,
type
we
of
do. We have cliffs. Nothing like Brazil or anything like that. You know what I mean? But we do have cliffs. We've got some cliffs
nice?
that are right there by the ocean and stuff. So it's really kind of cool. You get to see the cypress trees growing right off the side of cliffs and things. So there's
That's
some
the
really,
image
really
I
cool
have
scenery.
when I think of California.
Yeah, it's funny because everybody thinks of California. They think of the Southern California. They think of LA. They think of all the beach bods and all that stuff. And it's not even like that. There's certain areas that'll have that. That you can go out and beach and you see just people all over the beaches, and what do you say? How do you say it? Like the movie. What movies will show you? Not realistic. Some of it is, but not all of it. And not all of California is like that. I'm probably about 5 hours north of California, 2 hours south of San Francisco. Um, so I'm kind of right in the middle of both of those in a way.
All right. I'm getting comments on my microphone. That happens every 15 minutes. But
Right.
I bought this nice new studio a couple of months ago when Bitcoin was still at $9,000. So I'm enjoying it at the moment with discount. That's how I feel about it. But I
Right.
also bought a microphone, but the microphone is the worst part of the studio. So anyway, uh, my
Well, as long as
apologies.
you can hear,
I
as
hope you
long as
can
you can,
hear me
you should be good.
correct.
Right. Exactly. As long as we can hear,
All right,
you should
all
be
right.
good.
Yeah, the stream is always a little bit different, man. It's something I started just a couple of weeks ago, and then Frommel came to me. He knows all these projects. He's always digging into more and whatever. And then he said, "Hey, this could be something for you. It's a token that aims on social media. So could you tell us a little bit more about that?"
Yeah, so basically what we're doing is it's just being built off of social media. It's not being built off of anything like off of a web, any kind of platform. Some companies like Energy, for a good example. Energy, they actually didn't go through any kind of ICO or anything like that, but they actually built a whole mainnet platform for their token. We're not doing anything like that. There's no like, it's just a down and dirty token. It's not anything where I've gone and we've built up any kind of social media platform. We're just using all the platforms that are available, it's like Facebook and things like that. And what we're trying to do is just trying to build up our follower count, because every time we build up followers and we add 1,000 followers to any one of our social media accounts, we burn tokens. We burn 2 million tokens. That's going to help build up some value. And we're going to try to find. I was talking to one of the guys today. Is we got to find out more unique ways that we can burn some of these tokens to help increase the value, because that's kind of a big thing I think right now is the burning of tokens. People like to see that just because they know that once you take them out of circulation, they're not going to come back. It generally helps the value a little bit. And also, if we can find unique ways or fun ways to burn these tokens, I think people are going to have it engages those who are holding the tokens or those who actually want to go out and purchase the tokens. Um, so
Well,
basically, that's all we're
but
doing
you are
is we're just trying
burning
to get on
tokens
as
that
many
are.
social media platforms as we can, and then just try to build up our follower counts so that we can burn those tokens.
And could you share with us? Are you looking at Twitch at the moment?
I'm not looking at Twitch at
Or
the
share
moment.
me in the Skype chat maybe a couple of your links that I can share with the people. I have just shared the website, themine.me, and if you have
Right.
a couple of more, for example, a Twitter handle or an Instagram account, and share them with the
Yeah.
people that watch,
Yeah.
so that we
Absolutely.
we spread it
I
around.
mean, yeah. Absolutely. If I can go ahead and get in here, if I can send you a message
Yeah,
somehow here.
take your time. It's okay. I
But
also, for example, I keep a Bitcoin talk post. I post every time I stream. I post on Mimo.cash. It's a Bitcoin Cash equivalent of Facebook, and um, yeah, through those ways I spread some news myself. So
right. Right.
crypto bro, I have a question from one of the viewers at the moment. How many world tokens are there in existence?
There's a lot. I mean,
There's
there's
a
a
lot.
lot, and there's a bunch. And I think there's a 45 billion that 45 billion right now. I think we're under that right now because we burned I think 106 million tokens already.
All right.
I've burned out 100 million right off the top just because it was promoting the token, getting the word out.
Possible.
So I
Yeah.
burned out 100 million right away, and then there's there's one, two, three, four of us right now on the social media platforms right now that are all, especially on Twitter. We're doing a lot of the giveaways and things. There's four of us that are they're promoting. Three of us have hit 1,000 followers, or actually, I say have added 1,000 followers to the accounts. And so we have built just I think the past week we burned I think 4 million tokens, and then about 3-4 weeks ago we burned like another 2 million. So we burned about 106 million tokens already. But yeah, there's a lot of tokens there. That's just because I was looking at it, like I said, it's more of a philanthropy type of thing where we can just give these tokens away, and at the same time, getting on exchanges, those people who want to go out and purchase the tokens, because the mere fact is, when we get bigger, we can't give everybody tokens, and so
There
some
will
people will
never
want
be
to go.
enough. That's true.
Right, exactly. So,
Especially not
um,
if we are raffling them away with with a million each year.
exactly right. So so that was the other thing I kept in mind was that okay, if we have these billions of tokens, that gives us a lot more that we can give away and try to give it to as many people as we can, but also trying to get on exchanges because, like I said, that also helps the value a little bit more. So getting on an exchange if we can get on, um, if we can get on. I'd like to get on the little larger ones, but those you have to be really unique and you've got to have a lot of money. And I'm not a millionaire, so
That's how it
uh,
is.
so
In the world as a mine tokens, you are probably even a billionaire.
right, exactly. There's no way, you know what I mean. And not only that, so the way to give back was, like I said, get as many followers, burn these tokens, um, get it on the exchanges because people who want to purchase them, they can hold on to them later on, and hopefully the value will go up or whatnot. Um, wasn't like we went out and spent a bunch of money getting this all. There wasn't a whole lot to be done. I just tried to make this as simple as possible, and also to allow. I think the biggest thing was is to give back and just allow it, giving back to the community because we got to remember a lot of people got smoked in 2017. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay,
So
okay, let's agree to that. A lot of people got smoked. The people
you know
that
what I'm
watch
saying?
television got smoked.
Right, exactly. So I mean, I didn't, there was no, I don't want to go into any kind of an ICO because I don't want to have to deal with that. I don't want to have to deal with, people saying, oh, well, you're a scammer, you're this and that and this. No, if I just make a straight token and distribute it and try to help it, and then getting
Let me just
a
ask you
small team
one
with it.
question. What is the
Yeah.
reason? What is the reason you decided to go with ERC20? Do you know?
Probably because
Let me ask immediately follow-up question before listening to
yeah,
your answer. Have you heard of SLP tokens?
an SLP. No, I haven't actually.
All right. So there
Explain
is.
that to me. I'd like to know.
Yeah, yeah,
Hold
sure. I will.
on.
I will.
Excuse me, 1 second. Excuse me.
Go ahead. Family man. Family man. So here comes the BCH pitch, guys. Are you ready? Because in the end, the transaction fee in BCH currently is still a fraction, and it's true what Max says. If I'm sending out these tokens, it most likely costs me more to send them than what people receive with it, right? So yeah, that is a thing. Should be an SLP token. I think so too, right? I'm going to ask him a couple of questions. For example, are you developing any kind of a tipping system or whatever? I have so many things that I want to say to Semyon in this regard. Oh my goodness. Let me actually see if he wrote me anything back. I wrote him a message, a very short, small introduction, like, hey man, are you ready for a waterfall of words? He did not read it yet. He did not read it yet, that's how it is. Who is reading messages of a red-nosed, wig-wearing honkler? The good thing is I do have this passport in a way, because it still gives credit to a lot of people. Because they all believe in that book. And this book is some kind of scarce. So that still gives me some credit. He could do a one exchange and burn all ERC12, ERC20 world tokens. Yeah, I'm more thinking that he could do a like 50-50, right? And have it both ways. And some people prefer ERC20, some people prefer SLP, and that way you have it both ways. By the way, guys, I went to the bakery today, and they just sold their last bread, so I have no bread. I'm eating muesli this weekend. No eggs for breakfast. I bought some small. I can show it, but it's too far away. I brought some small stuff.
All right, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Don't worry about it, man. Don't worry.
Yeah, no, I just my son was having a meltdown. I don't know what was going on, so I had to go in there and kind of console him real quick. So
So we were talking about your choice for ERC20, and I want to ask you, when did you start this token?
this token, I had created it probably back. I didn't want to say back in February. I created it. Didn't really do anything with it because as soon as I created, I was like, okay, what am I going to do? you know, and so I just kind of held off on it for a while. It probably wasn't released until, let's see, what are we now? April now. I'm going into May. I think we released it like in the beginning of March, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken.
I remember that me being one of the first people to share this token around. So
Right.
my question was, why is it ERC20? Because there is also SLP, and I think you didn't know. At least
Yeah.
that's what I heard. I think
Right.
I
Yeah.
heard that.
The SLP. What was the SLP? Explain that one to me.
So SLP tokens are the same as ERC20 basically,
Right.
but instead of Ethereum, they run on Bitcoin Cash. And
Okay. Gotcha.
the
Okay. Gotcha.
benefit of it is that ERC20 tokens are so popular that sending out an ERC20 transaction, if I send out a prize winner with your token, it costs me 10 cents, maybe 5 cents, because
Right.
Ethereum is so expensive.
Right.
And by running it as a SLP token, and you could swap that, right? You could just tell anybody like, we're gonna change it to another token,
Hmm.
and
Right.
you could run it on the Bitcoin Cash blockchain, and that, because it's not as popular as ERC20, because that's just the thing. There are so many ERC20 tokens that
Right.
everybody is paying for this limited amount of data available in the Ethereum blockchain. There are not
Right.
as many SLP tokens, and to be fair, for example, the exchanges that you run today don't host SLP tokens, so that's complicated in that way, right? But
Right.
there are exchanges that do run SLP tokens, and um, it's just well, SLP was a couple of years after ERC20, so that's why they did not have had uh, they haven't had the network effect yet that ERC20 tokens did have. But
Right.
yeah, it's just, you could also do it 50-50, for example, right? And then just have tokens on both, and you burn a lot of ERC20 tokens and create SLP tokens. It's just
Right.
something that I want to share with you, so you know that it exists. And
Yeah. No, that's actually really interesting. Yeah, because doing a token swap isn't really too bad, really.
yeah, and the thing is, if you have to send out the ERC20 token, then I don't know how much I pay at the moment, but I think it's approximately like I don't know, a couple of cents, more than
Right.
1 cent, more than 1 cent. And
Right.
yeah, that 1 cent is, for some people, is already too much, right? If I
Right.
want to pay a coffee here, a coffee costs 50 cents. So if I have to pay 1 cent, it's already 2% on top. Even
Right.
we're talking about micropayments, and buy, you were mentioning buying a bread. So what if Ethereum becomes even more popular in a couple of months after the
Right.
new protocol update, and then Ethereum transaction is gonna cost $1, and you're
That's
gonna pay a bread of 70 cents with $1 fee, right? And that, it's just
right.
something that I want to give you in a way, like,
Yeah, a little information. Yeah, no,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
good. No, the more
check
information we get, the
check
better. I
that
mean, like
out.
I said, is if the token, if we can help any way we can with the token, and keep its value up. And like you said, whenever you have to transfer, then yeah, what's the point of transferring? If you have $1, it's going to cost you 30 cents. You can't even go and buy some bread, right?
Really, yeah, it's still a waste of money in a way like that. And
Right.
another
Exactly.
thing that I heard, I'm not gonna tell you who I heard it from, but I think you can guess it. But anyway, another thing that I heard is that you have something going with a card game, kind of card game with dragons. What is that all
Yeah.
about?
Yeah. So what we've done is see, so part of like I said, the world token is also like helping promote other projects, and finding other projects that um, they not need help, but just kind of help spread the word. That's all. You know what I mean? Just really help them. One of those is the Drakons, Drakons.io, Drakons. I'll put that up on your Skype here.
Okay.
But
I'm sharing it.
Drakons, yeah. So we're working on a collaboration with them. They are basically, it's kind of a cool thing. You can basically build what they call them a Draken, Grak, instead of a dragon, like a normal dragon.
Yeah,
What they
yeah.
call them Draken. Yeah, it allows you can actually go in there, and it's kind of a strategy game. You build your little Draken, and depending on what element you use, whether it's like fire, ice, earth, wind, um, you create your Draken, and then you take them into the arena, and you can actually do little battles with them. And it just depends on the quote unquote the cards you play.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, the
It's like
and
a
everyone
Pokemon.
has
It's like a Pokemon,
right,
but you call it a Dragon.
right, exactly. Yep, exactly. You just go in there, you take them into an arena, and you do a little battle, and you win, and you kind of level up your Draken and things like that. You can also sell the Draken. You can breed them, believe it or not. You can breed your
Great.
Drakens.
The more
Yeah, so you can,
breeding.
right, right. So you can
But
breed your
as if
Draken. And,
I'm currently running a lockdown counter. I am 2 days, 10 hours, and I don't know how many minutes away from being released into the wild again. So as long as there's no live breeding, I do it virtually.
right. But yeah, no, it's great. It's actually pretty fun. I I had heard about it for a while because I'd seen some of the posts on Twitter and some of the other social media outlets, and I was like, "Who is he? Who are these?" And I kind of started looking into them a little bit. Um, one of them was trying to boost their follower count up a little bit, so I ended up boosting their follower count up, and it got to the count that they needed. And then we started talking a little more, and then they introduced me, and basically was talking to both co-founders, if I'm not mistaken, and we were just we had a really good conversation. I said, you guys, let me check it out. So I went into the site and I started checking it out, and they gifted me a Draken to kind of start off with. So I was just kind of playing around with it, and they gifted me another one. So here, try to breed them. So I was like, oh my gosh! And so now they just kind of giving me another outlet to give things away, So I started giving away the Drakens. So that was kind of another one that I started adding to the platform
Cool.
to start giving away, not just the token, but also giving away on the platforms the Drakens.
So it's a
It's
kind
a
of
really
crypto
cool.
kitty, is that correct?
Yeah, it's kind of a little. Yeah, it's a little. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
It's running on Ethereum as well, or how is it?
It's, yes, it's running on the Ethereum platform
All
as
right, all
well.
right, all right.
hmm and basically, when you go to the website, as long you have your wallet with you, whether it's like Trust Wallet, MetaMask, whatever wallet you use, you can access them through the DApp browser of the wallet, or you can just if you have if you're on your desktop or laptop or whatnot.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
Um, yeah, all you do is connect your wallet and it connects right up to it, and then you can go ahead and start playing. So it's actually a really cool really cool game. And I think right
And
now with
what's
all
your
the shelter in
connection with it
place
then?
going on in the
What's
world,
your
it
connection
helps
with
a
it?
lot.
Wha-
There is no connection other than I was trying to help them out, and then now we're just like I said, we're 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 now collaborating together on an actual. We're going to be releasing a Draken here really soon. That is going to be helping. We're going to be using the funds not for any for again giving the funds away over to a charity. We're going over charities right now because we've got to figure out which charity we want to give the funds to, but it's going to go to the front lines, all the medical front lines, anybody working on the medical right now because of all the whole shelter in place thing going on. I think the game is perfect, for if you're at home, can't do anything, go to Drakens.io, start playing around over there. It's kind of a cool thing.
I looked into it.
So
It was nice. It was cool. I thought that maybe it would be integrated as a payment or something, like you can pay with world tokens for a dragon, or I don't know what. I don't.
yeah, that would be nice. And I know they had talked about, I know what one of the things that they had spoke to me about was somehow tokenizing, their platform, somehow getting some tokens somehow. I know they have like orbs and things like that they have, and they had talked about trying to figure out a way to.
You know what?
Uh,
I think you should tell those guys as well about the creation of SLP and that it exists, right? Because maybe they
right,
don't know. Maybe they have no clue, and
right.
maybe it could work for them. I'm not saying that it should work or that it whatever, but yeah, it's a platform that is so new that they are really happy if they have new projects, and if you join such a project, that could result in you being highlighted and you know, because they don't have as many tokens yet. So if you
Right.
create that token and you have a nice ID, then you could just end up with a lot of exposure. Hey, Brian, let me pause it for 1 minute because 20 minutes went by since we started this interview, and that means that I have my first raffle happening. So
All right.
everybody that is watching the stream can press a code !raffle in the Twitch chat, and when they do, they get a ticket. And once every 20 minutes, I reward people with tokens. And today, we're only giving away world tokens. So far, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5, 5.9, 6, 6, and 6, 7.4 million world tokens we have been giving away today. And
Nice.
we're gonna add one lucky winner. So give me a minute to do that. I'm gonna pick a winner out of the participants. Good luck to everybody.
Yeah. Good luck.
Crypto Bro, one of our regulars here, Crypto Bro, who by the way wants me to tell you that SLP is the way to go. So here you have it. SLP, SLP. We are very in favor of Bitcoin Cash, or at least I am very in favor of Bitcoin Cash, partially because I'm in this for the freedom of it, and that
Right.
motivation is behind Bitcoin Cash a lot, and yeah, that's just how it is.
I give away a few bucks of Bitcoin Cash on Twitter the other day.
Cool. Yeah, you can
Yeah.
usually you can win some Bitcoin Cash here as well. So
Nice.
Crypto Bro just won a 750,000 world token prize, and now we're gonna spin
Nice
the
job, buddy.
multiplier of two times multiplier makes 1.5 million. So we made another millionaire here in the stream, Brian. That's amazing.
Nice.
Great to do. And that means I am going to start a new raffle. Give me 1 more second. Sometimes my stream or my yeah, what's the right word? My Streamlabs and my Cloudbot are not so much in love with me as I want them to. Anyway, we are running. Yes, it's running. 20 minutes counting down ! Raffle for those that want to participate. Good luck. So, with that out of the way, um, I can. Oh, there is now a lot of comments coming. As the Crypto Bro says, I'm the king of the world. Is that your feeling, Brian, when you created this token?
I'm sorry. What was that?
Somebody here made the comment, I am the king of the world. So I was wondering, where does your handle come from? How do you. Uh, is it from crypto? Like the world is a
No,
mine?
man,
Is
no,
it because
it's,
of crypto or?
no. I just I just for some reason the world is mine just popped in my head. I don't know why. It was just, and then trying to find a handle, trying to use, and of course, different variations of the world is mine was taken. So I really sat back. I was like, God, how am I going to make this work? So I just put in the world's a mine. So it's kind of a double meaning to it, like the world is mine or the world is a mine. Meaning that as I kind of dove into the name more, the world's a mine, meaning that it is an actual mine. The world is just, there's so many different riches in the world. I guess it's the best way to explain
Yeah,
it. It's
yeah.
not just monetary. You know what I mean? It's just, there's the world itself just is a beautiful place. There's just, it's not just about currency. So
Absolutely.
you can you in this world you can be rich in so many different ways. It's not just monetarily that you can be rich. You can be rich in personality. You can be just rich in life. Period. So I think that's kind of where, as I dove into it a little bit more and I found that world's a mine, I had that double meaning to it. I was like, I like that. I'm gonna go with that. So that's kind of where it just came from.
Yeah. Hey, let me tell you one thing, Brian. You froze on my screen. I'm not sure if something happened on your side, but
Uh
your screen just froze.
oh.
Which, well, it's okay. We can still hear you, but the
Yeah.
it doesn't
Well, what
update.
I could do is maybe I can just kill this out real quick and then just jump back in here and see if it unfreezes.
We can try that. I'm okay with that.
Okay. All right. I'll be right back.
All right. That is most likely going to kill the recording. That's okay though. I have two
Oh no,
recordings.
don't worry about it. No, I don't want to have to redo it.
No, okay. Well, it's okay for me. We just we see a frozen screen. That's all.
Yeah.
Fommel has a question for you, Brian. Let me
Yeah.
ask you Fommel's question. Ask him if it's related to the coin app because you can mine around the world. Is it a geo mining token? No, right?
No, it's not a geo mining token. No, it's just there's no mining to it. It's like I said, it's just a straight token. It's a really basic token. It wasn't anything that I wanted to get all crazy with. It's just a very basic. It's just a token, you know.
Mm,
Um, so yeah, no, and no, it's not. It's not. You can't geo mine for it like you can in the Coin app. Coin app has their own native currency called Coin, and that's strictly for that app. And you can go ahead and, so like I
yeah.
said, you can exchange that, for whatever else you want to exchange, like Ethereum or Bitcoin or real world items. But no, unfortunately, no, it's not anything I can put into an app. I have had people ask about different things, like maybe we can, do different things with this token. And I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say no that we were not going to do different things with it. There's a chance that we could, but I'd want a little more popularity out of the token. You know what I mean? I don't want to just go and say okay, and then spend a bunch of money and then people go and invest into it and then it does nothing.
Yeah,
I'd rather, I think
you
I'm
have
taking a little
something
bit
like
different approach, I guess you could
a
say.
tipping bot or something like that, so
Right,
people on Twitter can tip it or whatever.
right, exactly. I think we have it on CC Tip. So that it's a tipping bot, and so yeah, we use that a lot daily. I mean, we are giving world tokens away daily, all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah, sure, of course.
Hmm.
Because, for example, SLP tokens, there is a extension. I can write here exclamation mark tip in my chat, and it brings you to a website where you can tip me with SLP tokens. And you could tip, if world token would be SLP token, you could tip me the world token as well while I'm
Right.
streaming on Twitch. And that's, it's not something that you need, but it would be nice to have, right? And that's always the thing.
Yeah.
It, these So that's why I asked, are you developing any kind of tip bot or something on Telegram, a tipper, or Twitter or whatever? Because that is what could lift a token to the next stage. If people could just send each other messages containing a couple of your tokens, then
Right.
it might trigger them to look into the website, right? Stuff like that.
Right.
So yeah, it's
Yeah,
just
well, the tip bot that we're using now is called CC Tip. That one is, and it's basically it is pretty much an ERC20 tip bot, but
yeah.
they are developing and they have added like Tron TRX to it. I think they just recently added Beats Coin. Deposits aren't working yet, but they are working on getting the deposits done for that. We use that tip bot a lot. They're I guess you could say they kind of take care of us a little bit, just because of the fact that when they first started coming out, I kind of helped them just kind of spread the word a little bit and started using the bot for XYO because they were um, looking for tokens to get on their bot, and so I approached them for XYO
Yeah.
because at the time, like I said, we were just trying to help spread the word about XYO. We just fell in love with XYO. And so when they said yeah we can go ahead and add it to, so they added it to, and once they added it to it, it kind of just took off. We actually helped spread the word a lot more about XYO just by adding it to that bot. And then probably about a month ago, I think it was, we asked if they could add the world token for us, and they were like, "Oh my gosh, you guys got your own token." I said, "Yeah, we have our own token now." They're like, "Oh my god, that's awesome!" So they ended up adding it to the bot as well. Um, and so, like I said, we've been using that bot just crazy, just using it because the bot's kind of cool because you can do lucky draws on it. So, the
What is that?
first,
What is that?
yes, like the first 100 people who retweet it, get a pay, but then so much of that is reserved for one big payout to however many users you want. I think I've done a few where I think I did 100 million tokens. I think we did 10 people would win 10 million apiece. And then the first 100 retweeters, I think we got like 111,000 of those tokens.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, so we do little things on that bot does things like that, and then we just do just a regular airdrop. We just drop tokens, and anybody that retweets or comments with the hashtag that we put out there, they get to receive those tokens directly into the CC Tip wallet. So it's kind of a cool piece. it's helped us out a lot. It's helped us spread the word a lot. So big shout out to them for sure. Because like I said, it's helped XYO, it's helped the Coin app, and then now it's helping XYO or helping the World Token a lot.
All right. We just got a tip by an anonymous tipper, I think. Honk honk was the message. Thanks, anonymous. Let me check it.
Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
I saw that I did not have my settings right. So if somebody tips again, this time it will show up properly. It was by Honky Bonky sending me 1354. I think I know who it is. I think I know it.
Sometimes those messages give it away, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Hey, and can we give away more of those world tokens here in the wheel? Always interesting for me to know.
Absolutely. You weigh as many as you want. I already told you. If you needed some more, let me know.
All right, so we're gonna keep that one going then. Maybe I'm thinking because we are going now for like 50 minutes or so. Maybe we should do another chat in like a month, and you tell me what happened since today, right?
Yeah, absolutely. That'd be awesome, man. That'd be perfect.
I'm completely open for that. I think it's nice to hear about people more regularly than just once, right? And
Yeah, it's
we
good. It's good because you I think it's good because you get to know you get to kind of know the people that you talk to a little bit more. You know what I mean? A
yeah,
little
and
more
we're
personal.
gonna make a series out of it. I'm gonna create
Right.
a highlight video, and then you can follow up in a month. Maybe you can to kind of end it, round it off. You could tell me things that you are uh, planning on doing in the next couple of weeks or whatever, or some things that
Right.
are in the pipeline,
Yeah.
or yeah.
Right.
If you have anything, please tell me.
Yeah, right now I don't really there's really nothing a whole lot right now that we're doing over the next few weeks. Just trying to get on more exchanges. Um as many as we can. Just right now the decentralized exchanges is nothing like real big names. I know there's a lot I know I've had quite a few people either send me direct messages or they've either been in public and stated try to get on this exchange and that exchange and like I tell them I said yeah I would love to get on those exchanges but some of those are just real expensive they and then
Yeah,
at the
yeah,
same
sure.
time
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
I don't want to I don't want to risk I don't want to risk what people are holding, and I don't want to risk the money that I'm going to put out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That go out and put all this money out onto a big exchange, and then the token doesn't do that well, and then they delist you because of it. You know what I mean? Then we've forked out all that money, and what's happened? So that's why I said right now I'm taking a little bit different approach to it. Just trying to get the word out, get the token out, get them onto some exchanges. Like I think right now, Bitcraddock is the newest one that we were just added to.
all
We got
right.
an official listing with Bitcraddock today. I think they've already made the announcement. So we're actually as an official listing there because all the other places that we've been trading at has been contract trading. There was an actual an official listing trading on an actual platform. Everything's just been contractual. So
Yeah, yeah, I
a
know,
lot of
I
people don't.
understand.
Yeah, you understand that. Some people understand, some people don't. But there's more of what we call the contract trading. Just and put it in layman's terms, it's a thing where you just basically have to put in the contract. You got to put in the contract address. You got to put in the decimal numbers, and then bang, you'll find the token that is on that exchange.
Yeah,
When you're an official listing, there is no having to do that. You find the token, you click it, and bang, right away you can go ahead and start trading. So it's really the big difference between the two. So with all the other exchanges, like Fork Delta, we're on there, which is what like Ether Delta for the most part.
yeah.
We're on McAfee DEX. Saturn Network is probably the one where we're trading the most. And then now, of course, we just recently today, actually last night, we were officially listed. It's open for trading now over there, over at Bitcraddock. Um, so that we're over there. But like I said, that's really about it. Is just trying to get on some of these exchanges. I will kind of let everybody know. I kind of let the cat out of the bag a little bit, but there's nothing that's been said. But I have sent emails to Kraken. Kraken's another one that a lot of people know that
Kraken
I'm
is
trying to
big.
get on. Yeah, it is. It's a big exchange. I'm trying to get in there. I haven't
Yeah,
gotten any word back from them yet. I send them a real nice email, whole everything that they need to know about the project. But that's probably the biggest exchange that I've gone to so far that I'm trying to get onto. Because that's all it takes is just one. If I can get on one decent sized exchange, that'll kind of legitimize the token a little bit more. It'll help the token a lot more. It'll give a lot more of the community confidence in the token. I think that's probably the best way to explain it.
Yeah.
Is having the confidence in knowing, hey, you know what, this is a legitimate token. This could do something.
Yeah, I get it. Hey, I have a couple of questions from the stream. Shall I go ahead and ask them?
Sure, go ahead.
First question is, are there plans to expand to Twitch and Reddit? So
yes,
I can partially answer that. I am here on Twitch.
Part of being on that social media, but see, the thing with Twitch is a lot of streaming. I don't do a lot of streaming. I would have to find somebody dedicated to streaming that. Hint, hint. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I'm right here, man. I'm sitting here. I'm listening.
Just find someone. It would probably require someone to stream it on Twitch and to have a complete stream all the time. That would streaming. I mean, streaming takes a lot of time. It's not. You almost have to be dedicated to streaming. You can't just.
You can't, if you don't like it, you can forget about it. That's how it is. Because
right,
the amount of hours that you put in, it's not paying off. Let's just be honest, right?
Right. You're absolutely right. It's like one of those jobs that don't pay you very much, but you do it because you love it. You know what I mean?
I mean, there are some very profitable streamers. Let's be fair about that as well.
I know, absolutely. No, you can make money off of it. I mean, you can definitely make profits off of it.
And you can stream all kind of different content. The thing is, if you are streaming on Twitch about a crypto coin, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough because the people on Twitch and just the streams, it's either webcam sex or games. And that's about it. And if you have anything more, more serious, then it's not really your audience. But still, if you like to do it, you can go ahead and stream about it.
Yeah, no, going to Twitch would be nice, but that would be something definitely have to have somebody dedicated to that, because with all the social media platforms already as it is, just trying to get over to other platforms just for me alone is it's kind of tough, especially the different formats that they are. You can't retweet on Facebook. You know what I mean? You're going to share on Facebook. So there's different, how do you say, they share differently. The platforms are just different the way they work. So trying to integrate one, like if I make a tweet on Twitter, but I want to copy that over to Facebook, I want to copy it over to, Vibervid or any one of those other ones. It's tough. You have to really, okay, how am I going to reword it? You got to kind of reword it. So that alone takes up some of the time. So streaming would be there would have to be some kind of dedication to streaming. Reddit, yes, I do have to get over to Reddit. I got to get to, there's a lot more social media platforms that we have to get to. And that's where building up the team, and getting the right people involved and building it up to how we can dedicate people to certain areas that can help take care of those things. But that's just, like I said, once we start building those platforms bigger and bigger and bigger, that's when we start needing to do that. Right now, we're still small. We can handle what we're doing right now. But as we start getting bigger, definitely going to start adding more team members and start dedicating them to certain areas for sure. All right. That was actually a really good question. Appreciate the question.
I have one announcement to make to the stream, is that we have 4 more minutes running in this raffle. If you want to participate and win some world tokens, !raffle in the chat, please. And then I have one more question from the chat. This one is from Frommel NL. I guess we know him both, right? He's the way how we connected with each other. Frommel NL asks, rewards for creative content, does that mean GFX designers can apply?
Okay, I'm sorry, what was that again now?
Sorry, I didn't read that out just perfect. So the question was, there are rewards for creative content, and does that mean that a GFX designer can apply, and how can a GFX designer apply?
So now are they talking now, that question being that, now what platform are we talking about? Are we talking?
I don't know. It just mentions.
So what I'm thinking is are they talking about the rewards on the Vibervid platform? Because I have a few posts where I have what they call bounties over at Vibervid. ViberVid is a platform. It's a I was talking to you about it earlier when we were testing. Um, it's a social. It's not. It's a content creators platform, just like YouTube, except the difference being that they do not have any censorship. A lot of people have been hearing about YouTube uh, giving strikes to
Sure, yeah,
anyone
crypto
talking about
channels are a
privacy.
massive attack
Yep,
on YouTube.
channels. Right, or even taking down channels, things like that. ViberVid does not do any of that. In fact, they want you to talk about crypto and all that good stuff. Um, they I got in contact with them just because I found them. One of it was funny because it was a community member that I was talking to. We were in a DM and she had mentioned to me about this Beats coin. I go, I never heard of it. She goes, check this out. So I was looking, I was like, wow, this is actually pretty cool. It's actually really amazing that they have a platform like this. And the more I started kind of diving into it and seeing what it was, I thought it was really, really cool that I got a hold of their handles. Was it the Real Zambino?
Right.
Um, his is SZ Beats Coin. And then I got a hold of ViberVid, their handle on Twitter as well. And I was talking to them about their platform and told them, hey, I'm not anything big. I'm no one, I'm not like this big well-known name, but I want to help promote you guys' product. I really like it. I like what I'm seeing. And they're like, yeah, go ahead and do whatever you want. So I went ahead and I bought some Beats Coin and I started giving away Beats Coin. And so what I started doing was going over to ViberVid and I put up, what's cool about them is this, is you put up your content, anybody can view it, and then you can also put up what they call a bounty on it. So if somebody, you want to promote either your product or you want to promote your design or you want to promote pretty much anything, you
So
can put what they call a bounty, and you can put Beats Coin up, and people who view it can be paid for viewing your content. So if like I think I have a bounty up there. I think it was like 3,000 Beats Coin that I have. It's still going, as a matter of fact. I think I was promoting. I think it was an XYO or the Coin app maybe. Um, and so anytime anybody viewed the videos, they're getting paid. I'm still getting emails that, hey, you just paid somebody 5 Beats Coin or 3 Beats Coin. I can't remember what it was, 3 or 5 Beats Coin that I have up there to each one of these. And so there's an actual a wallet that's attached to that website. So you have your own little Beats Coin wallet, your little Tron wallet there, and you can transfer all your monies out. You can do all that good stuff. So it's really, really cool platform. I love the idea that unlike YouTube, they actually they give there's an incentive to watching a video. You know what I mean?
yeah,
It's
because
not
you get
just
some
there's
pay,
no
you get a little bit of pay.
exactly. So
Hey,
that's one thing I really, really liked about it. And for a content creator, I think that's awesome, especially if you're trying to get your word out a little bit. You go out and buy a little bit of Beats coin, and you can put whatever bounty you want. You can put 1 coin up, you can put 100 coins. It's just really up to you, whatever you want to do. But I really love that platform a lot. And they're adding more and more. They're adding more options and things like that. I know. I think one of the last things that I saw from them is I think they're trying to work on an app or something, if I'm not mistaken, so that way it can go 100% mobile. Because right now, I think on mobile, I think all your uploads and things like that have to be done through the desktop. And so I think they're working on some type of an
okay.
app. So
Hey,
they're adding a
Brian,
lot. And I
Brian,
really really
give me
cool.
1 minute of a break because I'm drinking too much beer, so I have to run, and I'll be back in a
Yeah, no
second.
problem.
Really.
I'm gonna take a break too because I have to go and I gotta go. I have to go to my mother-in-law's house real quick because I have to go pick up some batteries for the kids, which is like not that far away. Because they got
Okay,
some
so
toys and
let's meet back in a couple of minutes.
that's fine. Let's do that. Let's go. So
All
maybe
right.
15 minutes.
Yeah, sure, sure, sure.
All right.
I'm going now because otherwise I don't have to anymore.
All right.
See you soon.
All right, guys. Thank you. I'll see you in a bit.
Okay, everybody, sorry for that little break. We're gonna do a raffle, and I want to ask to Frommel if his question was answered, because it was his question about the GFX designer, and then we went into the social platform, but not 100% sure. Frommel says, I think World Token has a great potential when it expands. It's with a lot of these projects. Luis Marino, hey, I didn't notice you were around, Louis. You are the winner. With a special raffle wheel today, Louis Marino, with just world tokens on it, because we are talking with the lead developer of the token, who is sharing his ideas and his vision with us. So we're gonna go ahead and spin a prize for you. 750,000 with a multiplier of 4. Let me think. 3 million. Wow. Biggest prize of the day. 3 million world tokens. Let's do a new raffle. 20 minutes as always. So we're gonna wait for Brian to come back. I do have a kind of a hard deadline at 10 o'clock, which is in 50 minutes from now. In 50 minutes from now I'm gonna end the stream, because of the noise I make and my neighbors that live here. I'm very glad that I did get my little toilet break there. Now I can drink some more of this bottle. So exclamation mark raffle to participate in the new raffle. 3 million tokens is not bad. There are 45 billion out there, so you got 1 in 15,000 if I do that by heart. 1 in 15,000. That makes approximately 0.7 promille, for what it's worth, of all of total. And he's talking about burning, so that number only increases. Interesting guy, sympathetic guy. He has a nice story, I think. You know, just somebody that tries to create something. I think that we should help each other, and you can say, oh, it's just another shit token. This guy is coming on the show, showing his face, representing what he believes in, and I think that already has some kind of a value, right? But okay, let's play a little bit of music in the background. There we go. My lockdown, guys, let's go back here to the other scene. 2 days, 7 hours, 15 minutes and 20 seconds remaining until I'm allowed. I ran a raffle in between. Orion won another 500,000 tokens. I was just mentioning to all the other people that I am now giving away 8 million and some world tokens, which is more than my wallet balance. So that I was hoping that you would come back.
Absolutely. No, I got you, man.
Here we go. Wait a second. I'm gonna start a new recording. Here is the recording almost happening. Here we go. Brian, welcome back, man. Here we are.
Thank you, buddy.
We have just spiked up in viewer count. Do you have something to do with that, Brian?
No, I don't actually, man. I was gone, so like I said, I do.
I thought you were telling all your contacts to tune in now to Yoshi's live stream.
Yeah, no, not yet. No, I haven't. I actually didn't even mention anything to anybody until well, my time this evening, your time anyway.
Yeah.
Right after we did our test or whatever, you said to call back in 2 hours. I went ahead and posted to everybody that the next 2 hours I'd be on an AMA with you.
Yeah, I saw it. I'm sharing. I'm running a browser screen in the background of our conversation, and I see my logo showing up and the Twitch stream showing up. So that's cool, man.
Yeah, cool.
That's really cool. The highest prize so far we've been giving away here is 3 million world tokens now. So
nice. That's good.
I mean, I hope those people are, your followers should know about it. But this is a first conversation for everybody that is tuning in because of Brian and don't know. This stream is still very new. I am finding my way as well as Brian is finding its way, right? And we now found each other, and we have a conversation happening, and so far so good. And we have said before the previous chat finished, we already mentioned that we would do it again in a couple of days, and yeah, it's
Yeah,
or a couple of
I had a
weeks.
few
Let's say a
messages.
couple of weeks.
Yeah, I had a few messages there that when I left here for a little bit, that they were actually enjoying the broadcast. So that's good, man. It's, you know, it's what it's all about. And we're all in shelter at home right now. You know, most of us around the world are you know, we're having to stay home and things, and so things
So,
like this help pass the
are
time. You
you
know.
willing? Are you willing to have an opinion on that, or are you just following the rules?
You know, I try to keep an open mind about things. You know what I mean? You see, you read, and you hear. You know, there's conspiracy theories. There's, you know, there's people that believe. You know, there's just so many different
I
things.
don't want to push you in any corner. I don't want to get any
Yeah,
kind
no,
of
no,
word out of
I
you.
no problem talking about it. I mean, I have no problem talking about that at all. I mean, my take on it is right now. It's I've got kids. You know what I mean, and they're my priority. They're everything. They're my life, and so if it takes me to protect them, then I'm going to protect myself to protect them, you know. And
But
if I have
let
to
me
stay
then
home, I got to
ask
stay
a
home.
follow-up question, because what kind of if you let your kids believe that keep I don't know, because I'm living in Europe, okay, so please forgive me if my measurements are off,
Right.
but if you have 6 feet,
Yeah. Yeah.
6 feet is approximately same as 1.5 meter.
Right.
If you learn them, if you teach them to keep a 6 feet distance from anybody that they don't know, because oh well, it might be very dangerous, what kind of a world are you, you know, again, I don't want
Hmm.
to put you in a corner here in
No. No.
but in my opinion, we are going towards a global currency reset. That's why we are now living in this corona age. Basically, I see it, I see corona as weapons of mass destruction in Iraq, right, and those, that is that is a statement that has been provingly false. So I cannot say that about a lot of other things. I cannot really say it about Corona either. But I just have the feeling that it's a story that people believe in because they are being told to believe in it, and everybody is putting this tremendous pressure on them to believe in it. Because if you don't believe, that's why you cannot see me at the moment, because the technical issues with streaming, and it's hard to share everybody the views. But I'm wearing a clown wig. I'm having a red nose at the moment. Um,
Right.
I do that because I say this is a clown's world, and we are living in a clown's world. These measures that we take today. I mean, your children are growing up, right? So
Right.
in 10 years, what is going to be the world if we are not working anymore today, because we are all sitting at home because we are afraid that the virus is going to kill us, right? I mean, I prefer to be
Well,
killed by a
let me
virus than a
ask you.
gun,
Let
for
me ask
example.
you. Let me ask you this though. I'm going to be fair with you on a question here. Is I'm going to ask you a fair question. Do you believe in the virus? Do you believe that there's a virus out there?
Absolutely, yes, the virus exists and people get sick, 100%.
Right.
Yes, and some of them
Right.
die.
Right. Um, I mean, yeah, we believe in the virus. You know, I mean, the thing is it's out there. Um,
But the flu is as well.
why it's out there? Why it's out there? Don't know.
No,
You know
but
what
the
I mean?
flu is out there, right? People die of the flu
Right.
every day.
It's out there. There's a lot out there. This particular virus, from what I've seen or what I've read anyway, should I say, in the reports and things, this is a pretty nasty virus. It's not. I mean, it goes right after what we all need, air, our ability to breathe. It attacks your lungs. You know,
Yeah.
so you know it fills your lungs up with fluid and you die. That's a pretty nasty virus.
But to whom does that happen? I mean, the ones that I've seen, read, or that I read about, were all average age 80, right? That means,
No, there's reports are coming out now. There was I think it was a child that well, I think it was in the UK. There was a 13-year-old boy that had it, and I
yes,
think
but
here in the United States there
that
was
boy
also
that
a
had
young child
basically
that had it
blood
too.
cancer with it, right?
Right. And that would, yeah, if you have underlying symptoms, it's going to be worse. It's going to take a bigger toll on you. I mean, I don't know. I think with me personally, um, I'm just taking precautions because of my kids. Bottom line, I have to put them first. And if there's a possibility of me getting it and then passing it to my kids, I don't want no part of it. I'm just gonna do what I feel is best for me and for our family. The government wants us to be in a lockdown or a shelter in place. Well, then so be it. I mean, it's not like you can't go anywhere. It's not like you have to stay in your house and you're stuck and that's it. You're not going nowhere. You can get up and go out and take a walk around the block or whatever it is. You know
By
what I
the way,
mean? You can.
at my place here, it is. I'm not allowed to leave my house for the next 60 hours. I cannot
Right.
walk. I cannot walk around the block. Only if I have a dog, I'm allowed to walk it 200 meters out of my house for 20 minutes.
Now, you're in the Netherlands, right?
No, no, I live near Liberland in Serbia.
Right. So, okay, I got you. All right, I got you. So, oh yeah,
Serbia
you
is
guys are in a
different in
different,
this way. Yes.
different. So, was it the Netherlands or was it Finland? I think it was
I'm
the
born in
Netherlands.
Netherlands. Yes.
One of them locked it all the way down. Like it's completely locked down. There's nobody coming in, nobody getting out. Just because it's small, and the populations are small.
Mhm.
Look what happened when what was it? Was it the Ebola outbreak in South Africa or
Yeah,
whatnot?
yeah, yeah.
I mean,
And what happened after
look what
that?
happened. Yeah, I know. Well, you tell me what
Nothing.
happened after
Nothing
that.
happened after that. Nothing.
Right. I mean, I don't know. I just take the way I do. Like I said, with me personally, I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and tell anybody what they should do, what they shouldn't do. That's up to them. I mean, right now, like I said, I just left here, took a quick break to go and pick up some batteries for my kids because they have toys here that
Yeah,
require
yeah,
batteries.
yeah.
One of them, she likes to be in her swing, and her swing is dead. So instead of going to the store, the in-laws have them. Have some batteries over there. So I went over to their house. When on my way down there, I couldn't believe how many people were still out. I'm like, wow, and I don't know. I don't know if you saw the newest report in Singapore. Singapore let their foot off the gas a little bit. Now they're having a hard time with the second wave that's come through there now.
Okay.
So, you see a lot of these little things. For me personally, um, yeah, I'm going to listen to the government a little bit. Hey, I'm going to stay home, but it doesn't mean I'm going to lock myself entirely. I'm going to get out. I'm going to take my kids for a walk, or I'll go out in front and play with my kids or whatever. I mean, I've got things set up for them
You
outside
have a
as well.
garden there?
What was that?
You have a garden?
I don't. My house is too small. I live in a really small home, man. I look like a Cracker Jack box, and it's a really small home, so I don't really have a whole big area for them to be at
I
and
think the
hang out.
garage you are sitting in now is like my apartment, but okay.
So I mean, it's small, but I mean, like I said, I set up things for them to do in the backyard. My mom went out and bought them a little small basketball hoop for them, so I
Okay.
have that set up in the back. I've got a net set up so they can hit some balls. This is sports. My son's into sports. He's only 3 years old, but believe it or not, he likes sports.
What age are
Yes,
your children? How many you got?
my daughter Aria, she'll be a year old in May, May 1st, which is right around the corner. We're days away from that one.
Yeah.
My son
About me.
Liam, he just turned 3 on April 8th, so a couple weeks ago. They're about 2 years apart, so they're very young. I had my kids late in life, which I'm actually kind of proud of. But
So what's your age
they
group?
I am 46 years old.
All right, all right, all right.
Yeah, I know I look good for 46, right? No, I'm just
Sure.
kidding.
No, yeah, well, I don't know, man. I mean, it's hard for me to say that about guys, but you don't look 46. Does that help you?
There you go. Yeah,
All right.
that's pretty much it. Yeah, I look a lot younger than I am, but I had him late. I had him 43 years old. I wouldn't change it for the world. I think I was ready for him.
That's
I
a good
wasn't.
thing about being a guy. You can wait a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, you can wait. I mean, I definitely waited for sure. So I mean, they're a blessing. They're everything to me. Like I said, I was ready. I was ready at 40 something years old. You better be ready. If you're not ready, I think you've never grown up.
Mm.
But I was ready for them. I'm happy. It's a proud thing for me because I waited so long. A lot of people have them in their 20s. Not that there's anything wrong with it. But I think some people, they have them in their 20s, they have them too young. They don't get to experience some of those things in the 20s that you get to experience. And then even going into the 30s and starting to build your life in your 30s, you're still trying to find yourself. I'm not saying that in 40s, do it in your 40s. I'm not telling anybody when they should have kids either. It teach their own.
It's everybody's
But
life.
me,
That's the point.
right, exactly. Me being in my 40s and having my kids in my 40s, I think it was for me personally, it was perfect. Because I'll be quite honest and frankly, everybody, I was still immature in my 30s. I'm still immature now in my 40s, but
Look at me,
I'm
man.
a lot more now. Yeah, I'm
I'm
a lot more mature.
33. I'm wearing a honkler wig.
Right, right. So I mean, so for me, it was kind of so proud. I'm proud to have had them in my 40s. I think the only drawback on that is of course when they're 20 or 60 years old,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
and trying to stay active with them, and as they get older, they're gonna require more activity to be with them. And it'll be a little bit harder being in a walker or something like that. But it's still I'm proud of have had them at the age that I've had them. But going back to what we were talking about, so with that, I mean, they're young, and so I got to protect myself as a human being. Um, I have rights as a human being, and part of my rights is making my choices, and my choice is to stay home as much as I can. I'm also taking advantage of this time because of work. I do work. I have a job. Not working right now. I'm taking advantage of the time to catch up with them. So it's bittersweet, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I'm enjoying my time with the kids and spending all this and just having all this time to be with them. No.
Hey, I got some comment from somebody in the chat, and that somebody's Frommel. And he says, get him to install a SLP wallet, and then I should donate you some honk. In case you don't know, this is Honkler Hangout. I have millions of honk that I'm giving away, which is a SLP token on top of Bitcoin Cash.
Right.
Let's do something like that. I forgot to ask you in advance. Maybe we can do it right now, but never mind about that. I will donate you some honk if you create a SLP token, man. Or if you create a SLP wallet. So yeah, that's a good idea, Frommel. We will get the SLP address of Brian, and then I'm gonna share that address tomorrow, I guess, or with the next chat. And people have the opportunity to donate you some cryptos for the kids,
Yeah, that'd be
right?
cool.
For the kids.
Absolutely.
That's in my opinion the best way, the best donation ever to donate to the kids.
Yeah, absolutely. Give me a real quick second because talking about the kids, let me go check up on them real quick. Okay.
Yeah. Make sure that they don't. I don't know what. I don't have them yet, so I don't know what they can do.
I'll be right back.
Great guy, our Brian. I do have to end it in like 10 minutes though, so I hope you don't shoot me for it. Three minutes to go in our raffle round. And then I guess I will cook myself a nice dinner. I have so much food. Oh, too much food. Too much food because my fridge is actually not so good. I found that out today, guys. And my freezer is too small, and I have too much meat. One of the two. Frommel says the way he can start with SLP and have some fun to show his kids, and he will have some fun to show his kids. Exactly. Let's spread a little bit of a positive SLP message here. So again, guys, this is gonna be the last couple of minutes of the stream. 2 minutes in the last raffle. Brian is going to be back, but not forever. Tomorrow at 9 o'clock CET, which is in 23 hours and 50 minutes from now. And 10 minutes, sorry, 23 hours 48 minutes from now. No, damn. 23 hours from now, we're gonna talk with TWAM Manders again. Third conversation for the ones that have not seen previous interviews with TWAM. Here they are. And he's coming on the show tomorrow in 23 hours from now. We're gonna talk about so many things. I have seen his what's the right word? His lecture about how he found freedom in a unfree society. I'm looking forward to that moment. Brian is back.
Yeah.
Brian, welcome. Let me pause the music for a second. In 1
Yeah.
minute, we're gonna do a raffle, Brian, and we're getting closer to 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock that's in 11 minutes from now. I'm going to end the stream, at least the talking part. Maybe I'm gonna play a little bit of poker in between, but I'm gonna be silent for my neighbors. So let's count down these 40 seconds. Pick a winner for the raffle, and then in 10 minutes time round off our chat, talk a little bit about the future, and then we had, I think, a great first conversation. I'm gonna make a highlight video out of this moment with you, and then once I have it finished, I will share it, of course, and you can share it with your people, and yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So 6 seconds in this raffle round. We have a total of 7 participants. I'm gonna pick a winner. I'm gonna wish the best of luck to all 7. Here we go. Let's see who won it. Let's see if one of the new participants has some of its beginner luck. Not yet though. Internet is slow today. Sorry for that. Silent Musessin, congratulations. Let me take a sip of this huge beer bottle. If you are locked in your home for 60 hours, you better have either, well, just say a lot of drugs, Have a lot of drugs. Here we go. Silent Musessin. I'm gonna spin the wheel for you. Good luck. 500,000 with a multiplier. 500,000 with a multiplier of 1 makes 500,000. Congratulations, Silent Musessin. Didn't win yet today. I always like to see more different names on the list. Silent Musessin makes the total of world tokens given away in this stream approximately 10 million. Not a bad score, Brian. We did a great job today, I think.
Good.
I hope that you will fill me up with 10 million more world tokens, because I'm now kind of out. But
Absolutely.
I'm sure that we will talk about that on Telegram. For the ones that don't know, follow the Telegram channel below the stream or Discord. And every time the stream goes live, I will announce it there. Brian, question to you, maybe last question of the day. What should we watch according to you? What is important according to you?
Wow, what's important according to
Any
me?
tips, or whatever, anything that is happening in your life right now that you want to share with us?
Really, not a whole lot. Just I think right now, I think we should all just take advantage of the time that we have with our families. That we have to be home. Those that we can, spend time with. It's important right now because let's suppose they have a vaccine, or they say, okay, everybody can go back to work or whatnot. We all go back to work, then we go back to our lives. We're going to go back to missing some of that time again. So I think right now is a time where we really need to spend some time with the kids, spend time with your families, be there, and help each other out right now. I think there's a lot. There's a lot we can help with. There's a lot going on in the world. Period. There's a lot probably going on with your neighbors. A lot going on in your neighborhood. I think right now, I think the morale is down right now. To be honest with you, I think people are trying to they're trying to stay positive, with everything going on. But I think there's a little bit of confidence that's kind of waning a little bit. And I think we all just need to support each other. I think that's probably the best thing I could tell anybody right now. Is just support one another, be there for one another. You don't need to give money to be a philanthropist. You don't need to give money to make people happy. You just give them a hug. Give your family, just be there. I think that's the biggest thing. Just be with your family right now. They need us more than anything. Pick up the phone, give them a call. We've got access to the internet now. I know my mom. I mean, I'm kind of hardcore about it. I really am about this whole virus thing. My mom, my we've been away from her for a couple of weeks now, and my mother-in-law, my kids are used to going to the mother-in-law's house almost every day, and of course, they've gone out and they've, done their thing, exposed themselves, and who knows what if they have anything. So we say, okay, I'm hardcore,
Yeah.
stay away for a couple of weeks, and then we'll go back and we'll do our thing. So while they're away, we're in that distance thing. We have like we have FaceTime, we have Amazon Alexa, so we get on that stuff and we call them and we talk to them, and so they have fun with it. The kids have a great time. In fact, my kids, they're growing up in this digital age. My 11-month-old, she's already playing with an iPad. Like she's already trying to, swipe left, swipe right, and click this and tapping on that. And my son has been on that for a while. Like he understands and knows how to navigate his way through. So them's in this digital age, they adapt to it pretty quick and they understand it. So when grandma calls, they're right there in the front and they're hi grandma, and they're talking or whatever, and they're laughing and having fun. So just being able to connect that way, I think we just need to stay connected. I think that's the best I can get everybody. Just stay connected during this time. No matter what your beliefs are, we know it's out there. Stay connected and just be there. Spend time with each other. We don't have all the time in the world, man. And if you look at our time on this earth, is probably a mere second. Our life on this earth is a mere second compared to the world's life.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
our life here isn't very long. So you look at it in that perspective, I think time is just so important. It's just being time. That's all I can tell you. Just spend time with your families.
Great tip for me. I didn't see mine for a long time, but that's another thing. Hey, I have one last question here in the chat.
Sure.
Let me ask that one. What do they mean? You already kind of answered it, by the way, but I'm gonna ask again because I like this guy. He's allowed to join later, right? So, what do they mean by the world is a mine?
The world is a mine. The world's a mine. It's kind of a double meaning to that. It was just something that kind of popped in my head. I have no clue why it even popped in my head, to be honest with you. We're trying to find the world is mine was taken, and so I was trying to find different variations of it, and I found the world's a mine. I was like, hey, that's actually kind of cool. So I started kind of diving into that handle a little bit more as I started using it, and I was like, you know what, this is actually, I love the double meaning of this, being that the world is mine. In other words, it's mine. This whole world belongs to me, and I think it belongs to everybody. Every person has a piece of this world. And then I think the other part of it was being that the world is a mine, that it's for everybody, that there's more than just money in this world that you can mine. You can mine beauty, you can mine personality, you can mine so many different things. It's a mine of a lot of beautiful things in this world. So I think that's probably the best explanation of the handle. And I love that part of it, is the world's a mine, and that's exactly what it is. It's a mine of so many different riches that don't have anything to do with money.
Nice thought. Right. Yeah. All right. I think, Brian, we have to conclude it here. I always try to be silent after 10, and in 3 minutes
Right.
is that time for me. So
No problem.
I'm not sure if we got to say everything. I do get some more questions now, but I'm just not going to answer them because of the time. So I think we should, I don't know, in a couple of weeks do this again.
Whenever you want.
You tell
Whenever
me
you
what
want, you let me
happened,
know.
and
Set it up.
all right, man. Sounds
Yeah,
good
you
to
let
me.
me know when you want to set something up, and then I'll jump on. I'll make some time, and we'll jump on, and we'll
Yeah,
have
and
another
whenever
one.
you have some announcement to make, then let me know, and you can do it here. I mean,
Absolutely.
my follower
so-
base, I don't know how many people are following. I don't know exactly how to click it. I think it's a little over, somewhere between 100 and 500 people, which is not right. I started like 7 weeks ago with this, so
Right.
I'm beginning. I'm an amateur. I'm trying, and I like to
Oh,
hear
you're
from
doing
people
good.
like you who
Hey,
you do
I'll tell you
things.
what. I don't know what kind of feedback you get, but it was actually fun. I actually had a good time with this. I hope the followers, your followers, or my followers, had a good time with it
I
as
have a lot
well.
of positive feedback here in the chat. Everybody is
Yeah, it's
saying
good.
that you are
Yeah, no, it's
nice,
good.
and
Yeah, no, I enjoyed this. I had this is actually fun. This was something that was, needing to be done for some time, and I'm glad you reached out to me to ask me to do this. Just because, like I said, for the token's sake itself, the last thing I'd want was people to say, "Oh, he's a scam" or whatnot. And if you can put a face to the name, it helps that confidence out. They understand it. They,
Absolutely,
hey, you
yeah.
know what, this is a real person. Things like that.
If you're willing to share on my stream that you have a family, it says something, right?
Right,
you are not
right,
there. Yeah, well, but no, it does. I mean,
right. No, you're absolutely
everybody
right.
can create a token, but it takes something extra to show your face, right? And
That's right.
we did not have to do that. I mean,
Right.
whatever.
No, you did. You gave me the
You
options.
could show
I mean,
me.
everybody knows. You did. You gave me the options, the opportunity to either, put up a pic or whatever I wanted to put up. I said, no, man, it's time for me to let everybody know, let everybody see who I am.
Yeah,
I know I'm not here to take people's money. I'm not here as a scam. I'm here just because I developed this token, and we want to try to take it to another level. And so the only way we can do that is to let people know, hey, this is who I am. This is what I'm about, and this is what the token's about.
yeah,
So
yeah. I
and
think
I
it's a
appreciate
great
you giving me the
legitimization.
platform to do that.
Sorry for that. I think it's a great legitimization for what you stand for, right? By actually standing for it instead of just
Absolutely.
tweeting about it.
Right.
It's an extra step, and a lot of people are not willing to take that extra step. So congratulations to you in a way for taking the
Right.
step,
Thank
right? I was
you.
I made that step 5 years ago. Just to round it off a little bit. 5 years ago, I was completely anonymous, right, in a way, and I wanted to speak out about crypto, and I found myself a new name, Yoshi Livo. My name Yoshi Livo actually comes from, I didn't mention that, my name Yoshi Livo comes from Your Children Lives On, which is my balance with you only live once, YOLO, right? And when I heard about YOLO for the first time and you only live once, I felt like it was not sufficient for my character because I want to pass on the world better than I found it in a way. And so I created this Yoshi
Right.
Livo character, and my Liberland passport today has the Yoshi Livo name in it. And well, doing that stuff is one thing, but then standing behind it and defending it, I don't want to say every day, but you're defending it every day. If somebody sends you a tweet saying that you're a scammer, you're going to send him your website and you're going to show him all the work that you did. And tomorrow you're going to have a video with me showing your ideas about World Token, right? And you can say, I'm a scammer,
Right.
look at this video. And that's how you
Right.
build your own network and trustworthiness with the community. And
Exactly.
if you
Yep.
would, let's say it different, if today you wouldn't have shown up at all and would have told me, oh sure, I'm coming next week, man, and then next week you wouldn't show up, well, you would disappear. Like there have been coins on
Right.
my wheel that disappeared like that because those people are just
Right.
not trustworthy and they don't keep their promise. And
Right.
you have proven me different, and for me that makes me trust World Token a little bit more than a couple of hours ago. Let's just keep it simple.
Right.
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 And so I would love to hear more from you in like a couple of weeks or whatever. But whenever there is news, we are in a chat together on Telegram, so I'm sure that we will talk. We will talk in there more. And again, if you have something really urgent to say, then you have all the room for it. But it's 10 o'clock now in Europe, in Liberland
All
time,
right.
and the people here all live under a tremendous amount of stress because we are in this lockdown for the next 80 hours or 60 hours, sorry. So I want to not put extra pressure on my neighbors, and therefore I think this is the time to end this first chat, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Let's
One last thing before you go. Just want to give a shout out to XYO, the XYO company. And then you also got the Coin app, who was built by XYO. And then also to Vibravid Inc. Look up Beats Coin, you'll find it. You'll find them. And then of course the Drakens IO, because those are the four projects right now that we um, quote unquote promote.
all
Those are the
right,
ones that
sure, yeah.
really like a lot. I think they're going to do great things. So if you guys can, just give them a visit, give them a follow them. Check them out. I think you guys will like, especially XYL and Coin and Drakens as well. Drakens has got a cool platform, and ViberVid, like I said, they're competing with YouTube, which they know, of course, YouTube is a totally different entity, but the whole censorship thing, getting those content creators off of YouTube and shooting them over to ViberVid, so they don't have to
That's
worry
the
about any of
thing,
that censorship
because
stuff.
the
So,
people they still create the content on YouTube. Our highlight video is going to be on YouTube. Why? Because it reaches the most views. So it still has this market dominance. I want to share one more
yeah,
thing, Brian, is that you have a thank you from Silent Musicians for coming on the show, and a
you're welcome.
compliment about
For having
your
me.
great presentation, basically. Let's do this one last raffle of the day together. A 1 minute raffle, so it's going to count down 1 minute, and then people can join. And I'm going to spin the wheel, and I'm going to stop spinning the wheel on your command, Brian. So
All right.
that's gonna happen
Oh,
within two
so it's
minutes.
follow me. Oh, so you can make me the bad guy because it ends
No,
up really
no,
low,
no.
huh?
There's only winners in this stream. There's only winners. And maybe if you want to, we let everybody win. By the way, everybody, it's open ! Raffle to participate. If you want, we let all the participants win. We are currently on four participants, 40 seconds to go, and then everybody gets the same prize. I usually do that at the end of the stream, and I say everybody that managed to listen to me until the end, you deserve an extra prize. So, but it's in a way I'm giving away your token, so you have to decide on that. But uh, it's an option. Let's say it like that. I'm currently people are registering. We have 9 viewers in the stream. Just a couple of statistics for you. 9 viewers in the stream, and 4 of those viewers entered the raffle so far. ! Raffle if you want to be in.
We're gonna have to boost your follower count, man.
Absolutely, that's why I have you on the stream, so you retweet my tweets.
Yeah, no. What I'm gonna do is, I think what we'll do is I'll set something up. I'll do something on Twitter for you, and then I'll get some people to help follow you because I think you got a great stream. I think I want to help you out too because you just try. You're like you said, you just started out.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
just
It's really.
so I
I
want to help.
started like 1 week before your token, man. It's the same
Yeah,
moment.
see, so that's why. Yeah, I think we're kind of because we're both in that same boat. So like I said, I definitely would love to help you out. So that's one thing I think what we're gonna do as a team. I'll talk to the team and just say,
Cool.
hey, let's help them out. Let's get them some followers. I think you're great. Maybe what you can do too is as you upload your content over at YouTube, maybe go over to ViberVid and upload it there as well. It's free. It's just like
Sure.
YouTube. I just throw it up there. And if you want some Beats coin, I'll send you a little bit of Beats coin if you want. So that way to set you up, you can set up a bounty. You can start paying people to watch some of your stuff.
Sounds cool. We're gonna
All right.
definitely make that work. That's exactly what I'm here to do, basically.
So,
And then I'm going to post it on YouTube and telling everybody that they need to get to that other platform, right? That's
yeah.
my videos of today. So we have
Yeah.
5
All right.
participants, Brian. Shall we give each of them a prize?
Sure, go ahead. Let's do it, man.
All right. Yeah. Well, again, those tokens are yours. I'm gonna write down the
Yeah,
names first. Let's have.
yeah. And
We
then
have here Freedom
how do
Radio.
how are we gonna just? Do you have the tokens to distribute them?
At this moment, I have like 8 million, but I already gave away 9 today. So if we can do another 10 million donation to me, then I'm set,
Okay.
basically. And then
Okay. Yeah. So go ahead and roll
whenever
them
I
out.
run
Once
out, I
we,
let you know.
yeah, let me know, and I'll go ahead and send you some more. I mean, as soon as I mean, as soon as this video is done or whatever, then go ahead and hit me up, and I'll send you some tokens.
Okay, so let me count, or let me announce the names, the winners of this stream, or this raffle, Moussesin and Ongepier. We have 5 winners. I'm still writing it down. Give me a second. 5 winners. We have Freedom Radio, Orion 3X, Crypto Bro 4, Silent Possession, and Ongepier. They have each signed up for this 1 minute raffle, which I started like 1.5 minutes ago. So they are actively watching. Because sometimes
Nice.
people fall asleep or whatever, they go to masturbate. You don't know what they're gonna do, man. You never know.
Yeah, or something like, well,
I'm
maybe
not
I'm
going
too
to
bored.
pick any winner. We're gonna give each of these 5 people the same prize. And I started to spin the wheel. And whenever you say stop, I'm gonna stop it. So Brian, it's
All
up to
right.
you.
All right. It's already spinning, and let's go ahead. No whammies. Stop.
Stop. Here we go. I stopped clicking. 250,000, and now a multiplier. I'm not gonna spin the multiplier just as long. 250,000 with a multiplier of 5 makes 1.25 million for each of them. So
Nice. Wow, that was a good one.
1.20.
pretty
That
good.
was we could have gone higher. We could have gone higher, but 1.25. This is in the end a special stream because you are on. So you want me to count it up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's 6.25, 9.25, 10, 11.25, 11 half, 12.75, 12.75, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 17, 18, almost 20 million world tokens handed out in the stream since 6 o'clock, so in 4 hours time. On average,
Nice.
4 million world per hour. So everybody who won today, please be aware, send me your Ethereum address so I can forward you these tokens. All the prizes will be paid out before the next stream starts. Next stream tomorrow will have Twan Manders, founder of the Libertarian Party in the Netherlands, having his third interview on this stream. So we will be live again for sure in 23 hours from now. Most likely a couple of hours earlier for me to build up towards that interview. Brian, thanks a lot for being here today. Let's do this again
Thank you for
in a
having me.
couple of weeks. We are in contact on on Telegram, so I'm going to beg you for a couple of more worlds so I can sleep
Yeah.
sleep well and I don't have to sleep with a debt, right? I don't like debt. And I think in general it was a great stream. So thanks again, man.
Absolutely. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate all everybody watching and tuning in. Really do. Hope you guys all had enjoyed it. Hope we weren't too boring.
No. This is the road to 1,000 followers. So we have started now, and
Yeah.
before the end of the year we're gonna reach that, and then you're gonna burn some
Yeah.
tokens, right?
Yeah. I'll put some tokens on your behalf for sure, man.
So this is the road to 1,000, and it's a difficult one because it's on Twitch and nobody understands shit of Twitch, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Brian, thanks again, and we will talk.
Thank you, guys. You guys have a great one, huh? Enjoy.
All right, bye bye.
Love you all. Bye bye. Ciao.